Okay, introduction to Miro, what you can do with it. I'm going to show you how to move around, some templates, some features in it, and then we'll do some hands-on stuff as well. Okay, what is it? It's an online whiteboard. That's really what it is. It's an online whiteboard. Now, what is it about whiteboards that is kind of fun, right? We all grew up with chalkboards, and chalkboards are kind of neat, but they're really messy. Really, they're gritty, and you had the dry chalk, and you had to go clean your erasers, and it's messy, and there's that cringy feeling sometimes if somebody were to scratch it wrong and just give you shrivels up your back. And then they came out with these whiteboards, which were they're a little cleaner, and you could use different colored markers on them, and that was kind of neat. And then those whiteboards kind of showed up all over the place, and it was really common in business and school to use a whiteboard to illustrate things and to write things and to write on them and all. And sometimes when you're planning or you're collaborating or you're working with other people, you would go to a place that had multiple whiteboards or several boards on rollers, and you'd have Post-it notes, and you'd put stuff on it. You'd spend a whole day planning or whatever on there. And then somebody would have to take a picture of it to kind of memorialize it, because you're going to have to tear it all down and it'd go away, and there would be no memory of it unless you take a picture of it. So what Miro does is it kind of replicates that whole concept in a digital format so that you can have this. It's literally limitless. There's no borders to this thing. There's no end to it. It could just go on and on forever. So you're not limited in how big your space is. You have, I call it a canvas, a visual canvas that you can put whatever you want on there. And you can do it all yourself. I mean, I would love to have like a big physical whiteboard in my office here that I could draw on and do that. I've had that in past offices before, but now I just do it all in Miro because it captures it. It doesn't go away, and I can share it real easy. But it's taken that concept and it's made it work really well digitally. So it's online, so you have to have internet to do it. That's one thing. It's all kind of stored in the cloud, so it's not taking up space on your computer. That's good. You can use it on your smartphone and your tablets. It's just a smaller screen, so that makes it a little bit more of a challenge, but you can. It's a visual canvas. You can create on it itself, so you can put stuff on there right from the board itself, and you can bring things, import things from other places too, which is kind of neat. So it's really good at kind of collecting all kinds of different content. You can use it in a private setting, so it's just yours, so you don't share with anybody, or you can open it up and share it with other people and have other people. I'm going to try, again, this first time I've done this class, I'm going to try to have us all on one board at the same time. I've seen demonstrations with over 100 people on one board at one time. And it can handle it. It's really cool. But we'll try to do that here. I'll see if I can do it with the account that I have. Okay, so that's what it is. Okay, all right. So you kind of get the idea of what Miro is. What can you do with it? You can do ideation, come up with ideas. It's good for brainstorming, strategy, planning, mapping, diagramming. I mean, you could use it for whatever you want. These are kind of the more common things that it's used for along the way. And I've been using it for several years, and I love it when I'm just want to just kind of throw stuff down, just kind of throw it down, because it gives you this infinite boundary, right? If you start typing something on a word processor, on Word or Google Docs or Word document, there's a border, there's a margin, there's a, you got to go to the next page, and you put a lot on there, and it's just words really. I mean, you can paste pictures and stuff on there, but it's not all on one page. This allows you to have it all in one big bird's eye view if you want to, and then you can zoom in and out on the parts that you want, which is really, really good, really helpful. All right, so lots of different ways you can use it in there. All right, let's try to do this hands-on thing here. All right, so I want to go back to here, and then we're going to share this Miro screen here this way. All right, can you see my Miro board?
Yeah.
Okay, so I've thrown some things on it. You can start out with a template, or you can start out with just a blank page. I started out as a blank page and added some things for the class. You notice there's tabs up across the top. I've got other boards that I've worked on that are up there that I can bounce around to. Like if I click on this one, it takes me to that one. It should load up here. There it is. Yeah. So this is a little bit of a board there. This one is the one we're working on today. So that's the tabs are. Over on the left-hand side, you've got these element little menu on the left-hand side here. Okay, but let me show you a couple things. I've added a couple items on here already. And you notice down on the bottom right, this tells me how zoomed in I am. I'm at, what's it say, 45% right now. I can hit the plus sign and get bigger or smaller. I can click on this and go to 100%. I can click on this fit to screen, so it grabs everything on the screen and fits it in the screen. I can also click this map, and this map, sometimes you get so much on here and you get lost, you don't know where you are. It gives you a map of your elements, and you can then just put your cursor on whatever part you want, and it takes you right to it, which is kind of neat, okay? And you can go full screen. The other thing I can do with my mouse is I can zoom in just by zooming in with my mouse. So I can come in and out really easy with this. Now, I've already done a couple things. This is the slides that I just showed you in a second ago. So I imported this as a PDF. And when I click on this, I can go through the slides right here. Same slides I just showed you right inside of this. So it's really good at receiving other information. So you can bring in PowerPoints, PDFs, any documents that you want there. So that's that. Okay, you can actually separate these into, extract these pages, and they'll have a separate, each of the separate slides next to each other. It'll do that for you if you want. Okay, let's jump down pricing. What's this cost? I took this from their page, from their site. So they have a free version, and you can have 3 editable boards, and you have access to some basic things here just to get it, try it, see if you like it for free. I think that's fair. Just, you can do that. Then you can get into a paid version where you pay $8 a month, and you can have unlimited boards, unlimited visitors. I do that because I use it so much, right? I needed more than 3. I got to the point where I needed more 3, so I pay that. So it's not crazy expensive if you use it, right? All this stuff makes sense if you use it. If you don't use it, don't pay for it. That's for sure. And it's month to month. You can cancel anytime if you don't use it. All right. So that's kind of where that goes. Now it does have these options for multiple teams and all of that, but I just pay for myself, and it works really good for me. I don't have, I've done some teaching with some teams, but I can share my screen with the teams I'm working with, and that's enough. I don't need them. My team wasn't working on it all the time for me to warrant paying for it. Okay, let's see. Let me walk you through some of these demonstration things, and then I want to see if I can invite all of you to this board and then let you play around on this board with me, and you can see how you can collaborate together. Okay, so navigation, we talked about that a little bit, right? Navigation, you can scroll around with your mouse. It's really smart. It'll know if you're working with a trackpad or a mouse, so you can decide if you want to do that. You can zoom in and out real easy with your trackpad or your mouse. You can also click on this, on the space bar, and you get this little hand. And then if you hold that down, it lets you drag around on the screen, any way you want this way. Or you can click on the cursor and it gives you the hand, and you don't have to hold the space bar down. And then when you want to go back and select something, you click the pointer again. So that's just to select things, because each of these are little elements of items that are on here. So I've already put these stickies on here, and they're little items I can move around. See how I move them around? Okay, so that's navigation. If you ever do something on accident, let's say I move this down, you're like, oh, I don't want to do that. I can just go and I can click the undo button. Where's my undo button? Where did you go? Oh, it's right here. Undo over here, undo, or Command Z, Control Z undoes it, and it just puts it right back there. So that's nice. So if you think you're navigating around, but you're actually grabbing stuff and moving stuff on accident, you can undo it real quick and go back to it. Zooming, I've told you how to do that. The map, I told you how to do that. That's down here at the bottom. Sticky notes. Over here on this little menu, I can click the little sticky note button, and I can pick which color sticky note I want. Let's say I want an orange sticky note, and it gives me a sticky note icon, and I want to come over here and I want to click it right here. I can put it there, and I can even type in it. Orange. And I can make this bigger, a little wider if I want to. And I can change the font to be kind of cursive, or that one. I can change the size of it. Bigger and smaller, right? I can change the color of the sticky, change it. All right, so that's how you do that. Sticky notes are real fun to use, to put those out there, and we'll have you do some sticky notes in a minute. You can also just do text. Click the text box, get right here, and this is the text box. This is all stuff you can just do inside it without having to import anything. You can make it bigger. There's some fonts you can pick from this. You can pick a fancy font, bold, italic, make bulleted list. You can change the color of this to be another color. You gotta select it all though. Right. And even highlight, you can highlight it with a background. Okay. And then I can drag this around and put it wherever I want. That's text. There's a bunch of shapes you can use. Here's all the shapes where they are, all these shapes. You can grab a shape and put it over here. So if I click on that, and I got a triangle now, and I guess I got a couple of triangles. And you can change the color of the triangle, the shape, right? All these different things you can do with it. There's even the inside of it. You can change the color of the inside of it. You can make these bigger and smaller. And then you can use the arrow tool to connect them. So now you've got draw straight lines, arrows, connected arrows, pointing out arrows. Let's do this guy here. And you see these blue dots? I can grab this and I can make it go to here, and it does that. And I can change what kind of end it has on the tip of the arrow. I can change the type of line it is. I can make it more rounded, change the color of the arrow, even the thickness of it is in here somewhere. Where's the thickness? It should be somewhere. And you can even adjust the arrow a little bit. But it's neat because as you move it, it stays with it. So it makes drawing and diagramming really easy to do that way. So
Kevin, and you said you can change the shape too, so the triangle can change from a triangle to a square, or?
Yeah, so you click on the triangle and you make it a circle or a square. Yeah. You can fill in the color. Pretty cool, huh?
Yes.
So that's those guys. There's a drawing tool that allows you to draw. You can draw things, pick the color, draw things. You can erase. You can have it do smart drawing. So if you try to draw a box, but you're not really good at it, it fills in the box. It's supposed to, there it goes. It snaps into a box for you. So if you're not good at circles, but you get close, it says, oh, I think we want you to, I think you want a circle. So we'll give you a circle. That's kind of a thing there. You can change the colors and the fill colors and all those kind of things there. All right. Sorry, my dog is barking. Just a minute. All right. So that's what all of these do. Let me see if I can share with you this link and have you all on here. This tutorial was popped up there. I'll get rid of that. All right. So what I'm going to do, notice it's all here. I was going to show you a couple more things, and then I'll let you come in. This is a link to a web page down here that I entered. I just pasted it in here, and when I click on the source, it opens up the web page for you, and it takes you right to it and see it. It took me to a browser to see it, but that opens up there. This is a video. You can embed videos right in here. So if I click
hey there, guys, it's Carter Sriracha. I'm back with them.
See, you can watch the video right inside of Miro, which is kind of nice. You don't have to go anywhere else for that. That's really good. Okay. All right. Let's see if I can share. Let's do share. All right. So here's the options, right? Some of these are teams because I have a team account. I could invite everyone on my team and they can edit or view only. You can have, if you have a paid version, you can customize all that. But this is where I'm going to let anyone with a link can edit. So let's copy board link and I'm going to put it in the chat. Okay. And then you guys are going to have that. And then when you click on that, if you're on a computer, it should open up Miro for you on your browser and you should be able to join. Somebody's in. Yes, I see their cursor flying around. Some people are jumping in here. You can start to see everybody's moving around. It says, you know, you're all visitors, so you can see that. So try going over and grabbing a sticky note on the little tool over here on the left-hand side and paste it somewhere, maybe put your first name in it. See if you can do that. Oh, Lynn even got her name in there. You can see how you guys are all moving around at the same time. It's pretty neat, huh? So maybe I say, I want you to put in this box over here, and I'm gonna lock that. So try to put your sticky over here in this big box on the left. It's getting nuts. Somebody's drawing arrows all over the place.
Yeah, I'm not able to get in there.
What's it saying
This
for you,
is Sherry.
Sherry?
I click on something and nothing happens.
I'm gonna lock down some of these things so you guys can't mess them up. Hold on. I can lock items that won't let you edit them. Okay.
Oh,
So you're on the board,
yeah.
okay? And if you go over to the left-hand side, you click on this sticky note, or you can just hit N. N creates a sticky note too. And pick a color and then paste it, click somewhere on the board for it to show up.
Oh, okay, because I'm not in there. Do I have to be inside the morgue?
Can I tell her something? Like I was on the regular screen he had when we know we're all doing the class, but if you look behind that, that's where the new one pops up. Do you know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
Yeah, you can't be looking at my copy. You have to be on your own copy to work. Yeah.
Oh,
I made the one that Kevin and all of us are on, that window smaller, like with my little curse, my mouse, I made it smaller, and then behind it, I see the big board popped up.
The
the
one that
whiteboard.
opened up. That's the one you can interact with, right?
Is that the same?
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, you said behind there because I don't see it.
Or try to make mine smaller, my shared screen, try to make that smaller so it goes away.
Oh, okay.
Einstein showed up over here, looks like. That's good. E equals MC, that's good. And you notice you can make this bigger and smaller. You can highlight it and group things together, which is kind of neat.
Kevin, I'm on an iPad. How do I interact with the board without a
On an
mouse?
iPad.
Yeah.
There's a way to. I'm not as familiar with it with all
Oh,
of
okay.
the.
I can do it. I can do it from my desktop
Yeah,
then.
yeah. But there is a way. I mean, I've pulled up things to look at on the iPad, but it's hard to work on the iPad because it's smaller. Yeah.
Okay.
Kevin,
Yes.
this is, yeah, I was just, maybe this is, I know when it went a little ahead, I went to where additional apps came up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go to end, okay, yeah, I'll go right there now. So I don't know whether you can see my cursor here, and then to insert a mind map, but I pressed that, right? Can you see, I don't know whether you can see me, or see what I'm doing.
Did you put your name? Let's see.
This is me. Okay, I'm right here. My cursor's on top of my name tag now. I don't know what
Okay.
you
All
can.
right. Does it? All right. I think it says visiting drafter is what they call you. Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to go to the little 3 dot on here. I get the apps menu.
Yeah.
I choose mind map,
Yeah.
right? And
Then
then
you have to go click somewhere on the whiteboard to place it.
oh, okay.
And now it starts. Now it gave you the centerpiece for it right now. Now you can start adding the nodes off of that.
Okay.
Yeah. Somebody's figured out the table. Yeah. So under there's a button to import from your device. You can upload URLs, files, Google Drive, OneDrive. You can connect it to Dropbox, Box, other files that you may have. You can also bring in charts, pictures from Unsplash, Google image search, mind maps, Kanban boards, wireframe libraries, tables, stickers, emojis. And then you can link it to other programs that you might use that you want to have embedded in here as well. So it's really good as kind of a collection point for all the things you use in one place. And then you're able to kind of all work on something at one time and work on things together that way.
Karen, can you hear me? I'm on another screen, so I don't know whether I'm muted or unmuted. Am I muted?
I hear you. Yeah, I hear you.
So I'm gonna ask, what is wireframe library?
So in software design, to create, let's say you're creating a mobile app, and what wireframing does is, so developers and programmers would wireframe their pages or their screens. It's a very rudimentary design of what a page would look like without having to go in the detail of all the colors and the fonts and all of that. So wireframing is just a basic form of what a page would look like. It's kind of like the preliminary sketch of a video scene or a storyboard. It's a storyboard tool really to basically do that.
That might be interesting.
Yeah. All right. So what's interesting to me is are some of you just kind of stuck? I mean, you can zoom in and out. So you have, there's no limit to how much white space we have. All of you just kind of threw it all there in the middle, which is kind of funny. Like it's like really dense in here. Like everything's on top of each other, right? It's like there's no limit to where all this could go. Like I could grab things and move them out, which is, I could spread things out. The cat was a nice drawing. Who did that? That's really nice. That's good. Somebody got a chart going. Let's move that over there.
Well, that's frustrating because I'm on my iPad and I can't get on.
Oh, okay.
Does that mean I can't use this program on my iPad?
Let me get my iPad and check. Anybody have any specific questions? Or in using this, does it prompt you to have ways to think about how you could use it?
I do have a question though on using it. Can I change anything that you've put down there? Like your little blue tags, can I take them off? Can I move them around?
Like undo, zoom, and map?
Right.
Right, yeah, because I have not locked them. So because they're unlocked, you should be able to move it. Like if you grab one, try to grab it and move it off.
I can't because I don't have any control over it.
But somebody else probably could.
Maybe Carl will. Carl, can you move them?
Somebody just deleted it.
All right. Kevin, can you show me where you like if I wanted to bring in a Word document? How do I do that?
Okay, so over on the little toolbar on the left, there's a box with an up arrow. It says upload.
The one with the plus?
No, there's an up arrow. Do you see that?
Oh, yes, I see it. Yes.
Click that and then select my device. And then pick the file from your computer. Yeah, somebody moved it. Somebody moved my thing.
Yes.
But other items I've locked down. So you can create things and then lock them down, and then people can't move them around. They can add, what they're doing separately, but they can't move things around. I did lock down a couple things so they couldn't be moved, but I left some things out there that could be moved around.
Where
So
did
because this is
you guys
yours,
upload?
I can't really do it because of how I really can't get into my files from here. Correct? Because
You should be. Are you on your computer?
yes, I should be able to. So
Yeah,
let
you
me
should open up your file manager.
see.
Where was the button that you guys hit for uploading?
Over on the left-hand side, in the little toolbar, it's towards the bottom. There's a box with an up arrow. You see it?
Yeah, I'm clicking on it. nothing's happening.
It may not, I don't know, maybe it's not letting you as a guest do that. Maybe not.
Okay.
All right, there's a couple things we can do. There's a timer I can start and put on here. Right, you can say there's a 5-minute timer. You give your people a little, you guys can see the timer in the top right-hand corner.
Mhm. Yes.
There's also a voting, we could vote. Let's see, 1 vote per object, selected objects only. And we're gonna vote on this guy here and start. Okay, voting session is started, join voting. And you're voting, you know, you basically have all these elements and you get to vote which ones you like the best. So you just click on and you give them votes. And this is done sometimes collaboratively. So you get 3 votes and you get to make your votes and it shows what everybody's votes are on something.
All right. Kevin, is there a calendar in here?
A calendar, you could, I ended the voting. Here's the results. Hold on, it's coming up, I guess. So it tells you all the results. That's kind of, all right. A calendar. Under template, there's a lot of templated stuff in here that you can get into. And so that right below the arrow on the left-hand side, there's a template button. And when you go in here, there's crazy amount of templates that you can use. And you can use them blank or you can use them with some of the content already in there. So they've got all templates, recent, popular, building blocks, all these different categories that you can pick from. I can search calendar. And it's got a monthly calendar, an annual calendar, and an annual calendar. So if I grab the monthly calendar and I use a blank template and then I put it in here, somebody did it, right? Did you guys get it? You see it?
Wow, yes, that's what would be most
There it
helpful.
So you can do that. Okay. Lots and lots of templates to pick from that you can do. That's in there.
Kevin, can you import one of your own calendars?
Yeah, yeah. I
Or would you
think
have to?
if you import, let's see, there's another, get more apps. There's a bunch of, in their app, the marketplace apps, they've got a bunch. So let's see if I search calendar in here. Yeah, Google Calendar, HubSpot, and Miro for Microsoft. So yeah, you can bring it in. So you can Google Calendar, you click on that. It tells you how to do it. You get the app, drop it in there, and it'll put it in. Yeah.
Hmm. Hmm.
Kevin,
Kevin,
how long did it take you to get this good at it?
This one's pretty simple. I mean, I'm a graphic guy anyway, so I know how graphic tools work. And this is just, you know, it throws this big canvas at you. And when you think about just throwing whatever you want on it, it's kind of neat. You know, you look at, I'll show you some, I don't know if you guys are looking at my board or not, this what I'm sharing. This is one I've done a little bit for GetSetUp classes. See, this is zoomed out all the way, but if I zoom in, you know, when I was starting out, I would create my classes basically by using in some of these, like my smartphone class was like the first class I ever made. And this was a lot of the elements that I grabbed for this. And then I created slides from it after I built all this, just kind of throw all those pieces there, podcast class, iCloud class, how to make money from home. You know, I'd make these little, they're just simple ways for me to kind of think out loud to myself. If I found a graphic somewhere else, I could bring it in. Some of these are slides from other things. This is a big, what's this? Class ideas, bunch of Post-it notes. This is an interesting thing. I used this for quite a while when I was in the last year. This is one of those Kanban boards where I had different categories of classes that I was going to be working on. And each one of these is a class. And I could tag them with a name like existing, new. And then when you open it up, there's more content in here. So there's a link in here. There's some other notes that I made. This is all information about that little board right there, which allows you to have a lot of information in one place. So, you know, I can open this up and there wasn't much in there. Let's see if any of these have it. This one here's got some stuff in it, right? So I typed all this up and had it in here. And so inside, and then these you can move around. You can drag these around, which is kind of neat. You can move these little elements around.
So this
What
doesn't
kind
have this doesn't
what
have
kind
its
of
own
board is-
Zoom capabilities like Zoom does. You know, this is a thingy that you would pull into Zoom.
Well, you have to share. Yeah, I mean, like right now, I'm just sharing my Miro board with you. That's one way I do it. There, I use another tool sometimes when I'm teaching or coaching, where some of you have heard me talk about it. It's a funny name program. It's called It's MMHMM, and it allows me to have my Miro board in the background, and then it has my face on top of it, and I can move myself around on the screen and be, you know, on top of the content and move it around. And that's a good way to kind of interact with this kind of information and still be visible. Because I don't really like how Zoom puts me over in the corner right now. Like you're looking at the shared screen, but I'm kind of off in the corner, right? I'm off to the side. Sometimes when you're working with other people, you want them to see your face. And so I'll use another tool with my face on
good
top
for
of it.
organizing products too.
Yeah, good for organizing, a lot of information for sure.
What kind
Yeah,
of
here we-
table is this called, Kevin?
This
What
one,
kind
yeah,
of
this is called a Kanban board. So when you go under the arrow here, see Kanban, Kanban, Kanban.
Oh, yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's a Kanban board. And you can decide, you know, what you want to call the top of these things, and you can color them and tag them with these little tags. And it's really, really pretty powerful to put a lot in there. This one is,
Kevin?
Go ahead.
All the apps on the left-hand side, you've got apps. So these are all apps that you have, right? They're not apps that they're recommending people use.
No, these are kind of built-in apps. These guys are.
Built into this app.
Yeah, yeah, these are all. Yeah, I mean, they've got
Okay.
get more apps, and this takes you to their marketplace, and then you can install these. But yeah, I think these, when you click that little two arrows, more tools, it should pop up there, and you should.
Okay.
Your list should look like that, I would think.
Yeah,
this is
when we
a-
pull it up, let's see that, huh?
Yeah, this is a mind map here, and it usually starts out with just like where GSU is, and then you start clicking these plus signs, and it starts adding another node. Right, and you can pick the color of it and do all kinds of stuff, change the font, and you can add to this node then more nodes. You know, this is the mind mapping idea here.
Kevin, are there any, like there are different mind map formats? There's like the fish, I mean, there are I mean, are there any templates in the mind map application? Or is it, it's a no?
Yes. So we go in here, let's do mapping.
Okay,
There's several different ones in here.
yeah. All right. Oh, yeah, I see. Okay, I see some familiar ones. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Kevin,
So
is there,
those all- Go ahead.
all right. I tend to speak a lot of ideas into my iPhone that I have in notes.
Yeah.
What would be the best way for me to get it into this Miro? I'm assuming that maybe I would need to get it in the pages of Word or whatever. I'm just trying to figure out, because I have a lot of things in notes.
Yeah. So let's say, so it's already typed up in notes, right?
Correct. And I love it because I can just speak into my phone and, you know, it's quick. But if I
Right.
wanted to,
Yeah, let me show you real quick here. I'm loading up something. Okay, let's do new share, Miro, and Chrome, I guess. All right, you can see this is trying to load. Evernote, you can see it?
yes.
All right, let's say I have a note in here, okay?
Mhm.
Let's say it's this note right here, and I want some, I'm just trying to grab some text out of it. So let's say you could be anything, but you just want to copy, right? I'm just selecting the text. Come
Mhm.
on, where are you? What are you doing?
Mhm.
What is it?
That's
Why
the
aren't
one
you
to
responding to
copy.
me? Huh. I want something that's got some text in it. Why am I not getting any highlighting here? It's not letting me. Huh.
Use
Wait.
Control C. Maybe Kevin, just highlight and use Control C.
I'm not even getting it to highlight though.
Oh.
It's not showing it's highlighted anyway.
I think you did, but then you took your cursor away.
Oh,
Right,
you
it shows
guys
on
can see
mine.
it?
There it is.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, highlighted.
Okay, for some reason it's not doing it for me. Okay, so all right, I've copied it, and we're gonna go back to Miro back over here, right? We're back on our page,
Yes.
and I'm gonna come here. I'm just gonna paste, and there it is.
Okay.
Now
And
it remembered
There
the
it is.
last font I had, which is not a good font for this. I can
right.
change it, and there it is.
Okay.
Does that help you?
Yes, because I could get it, I guess, from my notes. I can probably put it into Pages or get it into
Yeah,
Word and then
right.
do it that way.
You could copy and paste, or you could import the whole Word document right into here.
Correct.
And then those pages would just show up in here, and you could page through them or put them all side by side next to each other.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Kevin, if
Uh-huh.
you were to have a family meeting, have a family picture, could you cut it and then have people put the puzzle together?
Yeah.
Could you
You
import
could,
the
like,
picture and then
move all the pieces
somehow,
around and then let them come in, and yeah.
how would you do that? Do you cut them in pieces and take a picture of those pieces and then bring it on, or bring it on and then cut it?
Let me see if
Can-
I can.
Can you
What a
separate out?
creative idea. Wow.
Wouldn't that be fun?
Yes.
So I have, I mean, I've got some tools that I could do it in where I would, so I would take this dog and I would go to Snagit, which is a program I use. And I would come in here and see if I can split this in a couple pieces. And okay, do this. Let me do it real quick. Oh, the dog wasn't up. Let me take another image I already have and do it, so I don't have to take. Okay, I've got a picture of a car here I could do. All right, so that's there, and then I want to break this up a little bit, right? That's what I'm trying to do. Do that. Okay, so there's that, and then I want another one of these.
Now, Kevin, we're not seeing an image of a
I
picture.
know, this would be tough
Okay.
for you to, I'm just trying to
Okay.
do it quick so you can. All right, I'm almost done. I took a car and just broke it into two pieces, and I'm trying to make it a piece of, like, a puzzle for you guys. All right, so this guy, all right, so if I copy him, that, and let's go back to here, and I got this piece there, and then let me put this other piece in real quick. So in some program, you have to split up the picture somehow. That's what you're doing. Okay.
Okay,
And
so you
then-
have to,
And then you're gonna paste them back in here. And then I could even, you could really get tricky and rotate these things. So they're like, not even clear what they are. As long, you gotta keep them the right size, so they size right. Here's a neat, so I've got those two pieces. Now, here's another neat thing. If you guys are all back on my board, there's a thing where I'm supposed to be able to bring you all together. Are any of you still here on the board?
Mhm.
Yes.
No, I guess I can't do that unless you're part of the group here, but. All right, so I'm down here on the bottom right, down below the dog. Can you guys see the pieces?
Yep, yep.
Yeah.
I
So
see
you should
just
be-
two pieces of a car.
Yeah. So you should be able to take that and put those together as a puzzle.
Not letting me grab. It's not letting me grab anything.
Oh, somebody deleted it, removed it.
I moved it. All right. Somebody stole the other piece of the car.
Oh, somebody made it bigger.
Because then the sizes will.
Sizes won't match.
Okay, someone needs to make the small piece bigger now. There we go. Just the corners up at the top. There it is.
How did you cut the car in half?
I used a graphic program just to lassoed part of it and cut it and paste it into another image.
Was that through this whiteboard or you went into a
No.
whole nother program?
Another program, yeah.
You cheated.
I did.
Right. All right. How come I can't grab it? Because somebody else is touching it?
Maybe.
Okay. And Kevin, when I this has to do with the cut and paste. I really love this. So I am thinking and brainstorming within Miro. I can then copy from here and put it back into Word or something else
Yeah.
that I'm using. Oh,
Yeah.
somebody
Hey, you
got it.
guys did it. You guys did it.
Yes.
Yes, you can.
Who
Yeah, you
did
can
that?
copy.
Who did that?
I think you did, Laura.
Yeah, it must have been me.
I think it was Laura.
Just think what I could do if I could really get on there.
Yes, right. I haven't gotten to play with the iPad yet. I've got it out, but I haven't gotten at it. But yeah, you can here. I think your question is about exporting. So what's
Yeah.
pretty neat about exporting is you can also export out of here. So up at the top of the screen, you've got your little settings and your feed, and then there's this export board. And here you can save it as an image, save it as a PDF. You can download a backup of it, export to a spreadsheet. And then using frames, which is a little bit more advanced thing, frames allow you to break this into pieces, so it'd save a page for each frame. So it wouldn't be this monster document. You could kind of separate different things into different pages. And so when it saved it, it would have a page for each of those different frames that you put together. So like the dog could be a frame, and this pie chart could be a frame, and the car could be a frame.
Right.
In fact, I did do frames. I did identify a couple frames. So over here on the left-hand side, I've opened up my frames I've identified. So when I click on slides, it takes me right to that part of the board. See how it did that? And then I can click on pricing. It takes me right to that part of the board. And demonstration, that was that part of the board. And templates, that was down here. And video is right there. So if you're going to present from here, that's really nice because you can queue up and order your frames, which are the segments of the board that you want, and then it jumps right to them.
Okay, so where's the creation of the frames is up on the upper?
To create a frame, let me go back. let's go to let's find our dog, Okay, so here's our dog. So if I selected the dog, you zoom in,
Yeah.
I've selected it, and then I just right click or double click on, 2-finger click on my tab or what is this thing? Trackpad. Down here, here's create frame.
Oh,
And
okay.
it creates a frame around it, and then I can name the frame. Now this is
Oh,
dog. And now that's a frame. So when I go down the bottom left, when I open up my little sidebar, it put dog on the bottom. I can move dog up. So now if I'm going through these, I go from slides to, I could jump the dog. There's dog. It makes go into it really. And then if I were to export these, each of these frames would be its own page as well.
oh, nice. I'd have to play with this on a regular basis to get it, but wow.
Very regular.
I don't know. Let me see if I can give you a peek at some other things I've done.
Hey, Kevin, like they say you have 3 of them that you can, start with. Can you keep going back to the first one over and over again without them
Oh, yeah.
charging you?
Yeah, you can do those 3 all you want. Yeah. So this is a nonprofit I've done some work with, and I laid out, I imported some documents and stuff, but here's a whole, I used this for a meeting one time where I just kind of built this and put all this information on here, and they're able to look at it and see it. And then I could save it to them as a PDF and share it with them as well, just as part of it.
Okay,
Kevin.
Kevin, when you get the app, can you open the app and invite people to join you on this whiteboard? Or do you have to go to Zoom, open it on Zoom, and then invite people?
No, you can do it all inside here. In fact, this is presentation mode. where it kind of
Is
goes-
there unlimited time?
Well, let me
Zoom for
go
a
back.
non-paying account, you get 40 minutes.
Let's go back here. All right. So I don't think on the free one, I don't know if you can do. So there's a way, let me go back to, am I still in presentation mode? I don't want to be in presentation mode anymore. There it goes. Okay. Presentation mode. There's a way to invite people to be in a video inside of this. I'm trying to think where that setting is. It's voting. Maybe my account doesn't have it. Oh, here's the thing. Bring everyone to me. This is where it brings all of you to the screen I'm on. That's what I was trying to show you before. See how I did that? Like if you get lost, it brings you all
I
to my
missed it.
screen.
Where? Dunday?
Up
Did
at
it change your?
the upper right-hand corner.
It zoomed to where I was, right? Bring everyone to me. Bring a certain person to me. You figure out where they are. Yeah, there used to be a video chat. There it is. So you can create video chat, and you can invite people to be a part of your video. So you don't need to use Zoom. You can do all of Zoom inside of it, the equivalent of Zoom inside this program.
And it's unlimited time? Like that's
Well,
better than Zoom.
What I don't know that. I don't know what that, I'm not aware there's a time. And I'm looking on their notes here. I don't use that feature. That's my thing. And you have to see if you get that on the free version or not. That's the thing.
Have you ever called them, Kevin, to ask them questions? Is there good support for this?
I've not. They have a pretty good, if you down in the bottom right-hand corner, they have quite a bit of good material for you though. So they've got a lot of support things here, ask the community. They built a whole Miro verse, they call it, of people who share ideas. They have the Academy webinars, lots of good videos on how to use stuff. They've got quite a bit of material out there, and do a good job with that.
Another really cool thing is that collaborators can go in when you're not there. You don't have to be there. If you have trustworthy collaborators that you just want to show them the stuff and you want them to be able to add their ideas, it doesn't have to be in real time. They can go in later without you, or you can, close it down so that they can't get in, but
Yeah,
it's kind of neat that you have a lot of control or a lot of freedom.
right, right.
And it never used to have a time limit. I don't know if it does now, but it never used to.
Yeah.
I think Word is very sophisticated, Kevin. Microsoft 365 Word and PowerPoint, and I bet you can do a lot of the stuff with Word and PowerPoint. Not that I wouldn't use Miro, but I think it's getting Microsoft 365 is really sophisticated.
Yeah, if you like that,
Kevin?
use it. I mean, I'm not a fan of Microsoft. It's a little too bloated for me. They're too heavy on their menus and their toolbars for me. But everybody, I mean, you got to use what you like. That's the beauty of it. There's a lot of good tools to use.
Kevin, there's no ability. So basically, you always have to be online to use it. Even if you're using it yourself, is there any way to use this offline?
No,
Or not really? No. Okay.
because it's all pulling from the web.
Right. So whatever attachments you put on there and stuff, then it's stored on their hard drive,
Yeah.
right? Like if you put an attachment, right?
Yep. You got it. So it's got a lot of, especially if you're visually minded, I think it doesn't let you do a lot. And you can see it. We did a little bit there, and you can keep scrolling, and there's no border really. It just keeps going. You can make this as big as you want, and then zoom in and out of it. But
How long have you been using this, Kevin? How many years?
I started using it when it was called Real-Time Board about maybe 8 or 9 years ago. And I didn't, and then I stopped using it. It was a software company I was working with at the time, and we used it. And then I started using it again probably 5 years ago, 6 years ago.
All right. That explains why you're so adept.
Thank you. I was just going to say, okay, in about 5 years, maybe 9 years, I'll have this down. Right, Carl?
What's the?
It'll be another name.
You'll be 122. You'll be 122.
No.
What's the challenging part for you?
All of that stuff to learn what to do and how to do it. To the left, the whole line. It's very complicated.
Well, if you just started with text.
Watch TV all day, Laura. That's what I do. I watch TV 15 hours a day, and I just eat my
I'm watching Kevin all day. How can I watch TV?
If you use the text and the Post-it notes and the shapes, if you just started there, that would allow you to make it do whatever you want.
I am going to download it, Kevin, and I'm going to work on it. I mean, I do see some of the images like the pencil. I got that down.
Yeah. You got that down. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Kevin,
now,
if you have a big desktop, can you just go to the, whatever this is.com, or you have to do some kind of downloading to use it?
So you can use it as on a browser, or you can download the app. The app is free. Either one. Yeah.